Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employees.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a...
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlin. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense. My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlin is...
So that's what happened. Then...
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait, you must be the traveler and his fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be...
Wow, we're really famous at this point, Traveler.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden.
So, you chased us all the way to Natland? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say? Alright, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Sidlok?
Yeah, the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked? Yeah, see, Lolly really doesn't like dealing with...
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. If you manage it, I'll even double...
Oh yeah, we should...
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin? Yes, according to local out of all of her exploits, according to legend, amazingly, the color was extraordinary and trapped all the enemies inside.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is the reason I came to Natlin. I often publish books. When I heard this story for the first, historical records about Nat, even within the Masters of the Nightwind, if that were the case.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection, that's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are... But I was refused...
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
See,
Exactly. If she agrees to be my
oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say?
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you. Oh, right. The duty that who knows. The Battle of Seven. All right, we'll help you convince Seatlali.
Of course.
Let's ride! Rev the engine!
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization?
For someone like Seatlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Seatlali? Are you there? Granny Italy? Are you home?
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first. Traveler!
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still there?
Well, at least we didn't get turned away. So this is where Seat Lolly lives.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists. Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman.
Oh, you mean...
Oh, then why do I hear that?
What?
I can still hear you, you know. Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natland.
So they asked the hero of Natland to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter, I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll. But with Chef Biram's help, we still haven't succeeded. The historical event she's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking! See, Lolly?
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understand.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance.
You're lucky you didn't force Sweet Lolly's.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me. Right, pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a...
You live up to your name, Granny Itzley. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven...
Ah, the Traveler did... Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, with your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it! I agreed to help the Traveler, not you.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly...
Talk at me. Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her. You decide the angle of your...
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the Battle of Allier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the...
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After...
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Sweet Lolly.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard of.
But how?
I wasn't there when it...
But Molu...
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Weeziling's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Weeziling's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now... As my rival, Weeziling only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of Seven Colors. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me.
Oh,
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done. Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman. Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Weeziling used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemy.
That's just your interpretation.
Weeziling was one of the most powerful shamans.
That's the biggest problem. A technique that powerful?
And no students are keeping it a secret, of course.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask.
Of course it took place.
Yo, please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't.
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful, which...
Sealing was a passionate teacher. Still, if the tech... We should check with this...
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from...
right.
Is there...
Most of Sealing students are respected priests in the tribe. Those who hold the position, if I show up without...
Yeah, but I'm on good...
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor. Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine. I said I'd help, so I'll help.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate that...
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa, it's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the...
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most. Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that. You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Trap?
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell,
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat...
That's not
You forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe.
But, Chief...
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere...
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitziling, I understand your friction. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct... So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eats...
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Beer? Hi there, Elder Tlapo! seems pretty happy to see it.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to...
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomisaur Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Wheatzealing's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time we got to know each other. She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch.
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back.
hey there, Chief Biram. Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time.
I'm just grateful you...
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of Seven Colors.
Wheatzealing's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But...
True, but Granny instantly...
Is that so? I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out.
Hey, don't complain! None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task, memory, is sacred. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe.
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my... No, that's not it.
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks, then.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified, but that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is...
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors.
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. After all, everyone who took part in the...
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are...
Listen, we know you are rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatzealing most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Huitzilian's school of shamanism, actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard...
But if they inherited Huitzilian's secret technique, shouldn't...
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of Pats because the request came from...
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can...
Well, even if our investigation... Although I'm here for business...
That's exactly why I chose to...
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for you. Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the battle of... instead of wasting time...
Respected traveler, let's not forget about...
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far... She claimed to be your friend, but by figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you...
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years...
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family!
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley!
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley.
Man, this is generational trauma at this point!
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Huitzilian, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilian didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilian was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce...
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure...
Just think about it for a sec.
Decide the outcome of a battle? Besides, my family wasn't You might have better luck asking one of the priests.
Well, looks like we're back where we...
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place.
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together...
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven...
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilians, say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to... And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the...
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe...
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, It's Huitzilin's personal account. For example, in the version I heard, the battle...
That means you can tell us where to find it.
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever...
Could your ancestors be mistaken?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but in the words of my grandfather, some things deserve...
If Huitzilin's version of events differs so much from the general...
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostek cave?
Oh, yes? Can I...
It's been more than 200 years. Huh.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostek cave is what it was called 200 years...
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the... Once we get there, the evidence...
Just when we thought all hope was lost.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Sweet Lolly? Maybe you could get used to...
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yai Publishing House. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekai. Actually, Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level... Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit...
Well, I'm sure Miss Sitlaw...
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening.
Well... What do you think, Traveler? Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the...
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to it. That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
All right, as Miss Sitlali...
Sorry, I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good.
You're really that scared of her?
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Sweet Lolly.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind-reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I I'd rather do it in private.
Let's ride!
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up? Whoa, this is like a secret base!
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks. Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. And that should do it. You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head? Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes. Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this. Okay, what about now? Huh? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse. That was just to help with the spell. Oh, shoot. I still hear you. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to...
Wait, that sounds bad!
I read that in a...
Is it Lily drip?
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away?
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better.
See, Lolly.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that. Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day. Traveler?
Is something wrong?
Ugh, stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time. Ugh.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. See, Lolly, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
All right.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans—
Let's burn this breeze.
This should be the place we... Who knows if Sweet Lolly will... Sweet Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location
Of course.
This should be it.
So the battlefield is...
That could explain a lot of our act.
Don't lose focus.
Everyone ready?
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our...
You're not to touch a single one.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well...
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natland. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the battle.
Drudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something.
All the bases.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual bat.
This wall is in our way.
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Whoa, we passed straight through. What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deep... Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because...
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Take me up! Rise like smoke!
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memories, correct? Wheatsealing?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after...
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the abyss? After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love? That is why, with our memories, I have discovered the perfect medium. The more cherished the memory, guided by vibrant colors, without that capacity. So, be brave, my friend.
Any ideas, Sweet Lolly?
Sounds like she left a tutorial.
All right.
monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago.
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and see Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing...
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
We're out! Looks like we made it through.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere.
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the... Without that power, it's just a normal dye. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look?
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, traveler.
So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Tevat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like...
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself.
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would...
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle.
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes? But make no mistake. I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future, but the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even...
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan, even more miraculous. That substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years...
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost of Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best. We don't need to worry about more...
That goes against all of Fontaine's...
What if I give you a portion of the profits?
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, but now, no one will see it. I will never accept that someone from this backwards, ignorant
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
truth is in the eye of the beholder. All I have to do is destroy the sphere, write a detailed report. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to her?
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all— Ah, you mean a hero of Natlin who's not actually from Natlin? And from a practical perspective, there's no—
Shows what you—
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people—
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzley. Like, I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation. You've lived longer than her. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then?
Done running your mouth? Good. Beforehand—
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right. I didn't pay all that more—
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? What?
The captain. You actually bought that? United in the pursuit of Mora. We travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning.
I don't care who you serve. When— Lolly, eat Papa! Bring it!
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny—
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following— Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into it. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the The other stipulations have been fulfilled. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a
What? This whole place—
We're supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you—
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for—
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss.
Wait, don't!
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our surroundings look different, though. Good point. She'll know how to— Let's see. See, Lolly! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do? The special color? The one you— You're right. Lead the way, Traveler.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly—
Instead of a realm of memory, if you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! someone...
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to Can you help?
You misunderstand, Seatlali. I'm nothing more.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated. You just need to tell me how to...
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of when people leave deep impressions on each other. These connections are that is how I created my maze. But if that color is crude, this space is a combination of my color because there are no connections.
Over 200 years. And not a single Well,
at the very least.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a...
Seatlali.
But now that I have your special technique, you didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me.
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same, but you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not...
Seatlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color.
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work. More specifically, you could call it, in truth, passing on. Yes, the technique you are fated to live. So I wanted to leave a little
your color.
One day, you too will want to leave behind you.
I have to get out of here. That's the...
Seatlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memory.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth... Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about after 200 years. Someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have... The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing... This means that, even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color, and that was enough to guide him to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Seatlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Seatlali's voice. She's just...
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wait, Celine.
Seatlali!
Paimon! Traveler! Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in... Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh? They were standing a bit further away, right? They
Hello?
It's one of Maluson's employees! Quick, Rick!
I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed. I'm so glad you man.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be there.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did...
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings. Traveler, Paimon. Take me up!
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Molusol!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I said a few things.
My bank balance. No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares. It's particularly effective on weak-minded...
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the...
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't...
forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the...
Right, the special scroll! But the die is buried underneath...
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory? I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Let's fly!
Coming! Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Witzeline's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying?
Follow me.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insist? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit.
I know that, but Something this important?
As your friend, I admit. I don't have long, Sitali. I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you
just this once. I understand now, Wheat Ceiling. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Seat Lolly? Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my trick.
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right? The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Sweet Ceiling died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation. I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share this time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory, since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory, and carry my color in your mind. Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think?
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Seat Lolly, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind-reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left and that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too.
Quick thinking. But only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but there's no need to worry though. Now, I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it. Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it. It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks. A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been...
Wow! The scroll is finished already!
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler!
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense now. It's just a
Well,
In that case, after all, you completed your task admirably.
Alright, we'll leave that to you.
And please pass along we interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few...
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's... Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history.
Until we meet again.
You told him everything, right?
Yep, we left out the part about your contribution, but it...
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits. I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Huitziline. I want people outside of Natland to hear her story. But my
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell ours?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
Another day, another drained social battery. Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person. But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep. Going into a trance. Risky for most people, so don't get any ideas. Add Astro.